before we get started, when you come in, please tap the screen. I would like some hearts. Also, please subscribe so you can get more content like this. Now let's begin. So I have been on a GLP-1 for a little over 3 years. I'm down 86 pounds in that time frame, but I've gained so much knowledge and wisdom, like the fact that it's taken me 3 years and I've kept it all says a lot about the experience that I have. Slow and steady. My A1C started off at 8.9, is now at 5.5 and under control. I've experienced 3 stalls. The first one was for a year, the second one was for 6 months, and then this last one was for 4 months. I don't even stress out over like stalls anymore because I know the scale is gonna eventually move. I keep doing what I'm doing and use the habits that I built over the last 3 years, the scale is gonna move just like it did. This last stall though, I actually came off of the medication for about a month. I call this resetting. And so I came off of it for a month, and then when I came back on it, I lowered my dose. So I was on 15. When I came back after that month, I went to 12.5. And the scale moved. Sometimes you gotta reset. By week 3, I was getting ready to eat the sofa. It was extremely hard. It was week 3, the food noise came back for me. I was in here eating everything, but because I have certain habits in place, like, I don't have the junk in my house. I have, cottage cheese and apples. I did gain 5, right? I gained 5, but it went right away. I was able to lose. But I think some people come off of a GLP-1 and then they're like, oh, I gained all my weight back. But not if you have certain things in place. If you already don't have the crap in your house, if you come off of it, why would you gain all your weight back? That just doesn't make sense to me. I came off, I gained 5, but that's because of the food noise. I was in here eating everything. I didn't even realize that it was going to affect me that way. What is going on with this thing? I didn't even realize that it was going to affect me that way. Next I have to rinse and wash my face. But would I take away the experience that I gained during these 3 years? No, because now I can help other people. I'm using the Medicube Pdrn. Now I can use my experience to help other people that are just starting on the GLP-1. Down 86 pounds. I'm in the trenches with you because I still got 50 more to go. But I can tell you what to do and what not to do. I can definitely tell you that. On top of the fact that I have HS and I started menopause at the same time that I started my GLP-1 journey. So sometimes I didn't know if it was the menopause or if it was the GLP-1 with some of the symptoms that I had. But I figured it out. And now I'm down 86 with 50 more to go. Am I focusing on the number on the scale? No. I'm focusing on building strength, doing strength training. I'm telling people the things that I wish I would have known to do from day one. The next class starts in May. I only have 5 spots left. The link will be in the bio for anybody that's interested. Because this journey is not easy, it's not for the weak. And if you don't know what you're doing, like how much protein you're supposed to have, how many macros, how much water you're supposed to drink for your body weight. A lot of people coming in here and just taking the shot and keeping it moving. I know, because I was one of them. My doctor didn't give me any instructions. He just gave me the prescription and was just like, see you later. I like this face wash because it doesn't like dry my skin out completely. But yeah, menopause, hormone replacement therapy, GLP-1, all the things. I have and experience all the things. And so I just want to help new people out because my cousin in Virginia, her mother is starting with GLP-1. She was like, she's so frustrated, she getting ready to stop because she was like, the scale isn't moving. And I was like, tell her to call me because sometimes the scale isn't going to move. And that's okay because I've experienced that several times, but it eventually will if she just stays the course. If you just have to stay the course. And I didn't even lose the first 3 months that I started. My A1C was so out of control, the medication was working on my A1C. And I was like, I'm not losing, the medication's not working. And that's why I was like, tell her to call me because you don't automatically lose when you first start. That's a misconception. People be listening to people and they be like, oh, I did this and I did that. And I'm like, they lying. Especially if you're a type 2 diabetic, that thing gonna work on your A1C before you start losing anything. Again, it's a side effect. It's a side effect. Hold on, because I gotta miss this off. Good morning, welcome in. Whew. So yeah, people are like, I'm gonna use the hypochlorous daily facial spray to get rid of any bacteria. And then we're gonna let this sit. But yeah, my experience over the last 3 years, like I used to wish that I lost it all in 1 year, but I gained so much wisdom and knowledge from it taking 3 years and me having to experience stalls that people can't get that experience anywhere else. The first stall, I was like, what is happening? Why is this happening? The second stall, I talked to my doctor. We came up with a plan. She was the first time I was just like, can you add, I want to stack Qsimia. I had heard about it and how it helped and, it's FDA approved. And she was just like, nope. She was like, we want to get your A1C down. Because at the time, my A1C was still like in the six, like 6.5. So she was like, no, when we get your A1C under control, then I'll add the Qsimia. I was like, oh, I wasn't like, okay, cool, but I didn't have a choice. Got my A1C under control. She gave me the Qsimia. Took the Qsimia for 6 months, and it got me to Wonderland. Because I told you I was stuck for a whole year at like 215. Literally. 215, it would go down to like 213 and then back up to 215. Add the Qsimia, go all the way up to 15 milligrams of it, and boom, 197. I was like, okay, this thing is working, right? The Qsimia works. Let me say that. Qsimia works. Excuse me. And then, hey, Grayson, the Qsimia works. Get to Wonderland, and then I'm stuck. I got to Wonderland in December. I stayed in there until like 2 days ago, 197. I was just, it wouldn't go below 197. Like I said, I went up, I gained 5, went up, and then it went right back down to 197. And then yesterday the scale said 196.8. I was like, what? So I'm telling you, I got experience in stalls. You just gotta stay the course. You gotta stay the course. Okay, what's next? Medicube, pink Pdrn. And I know people that are still stuck in the 200s, and they're paying for the medication. Like, they're paying like a lot of money. Like $300 a month, I think, is a lot of money. And they paying for that. And the scale still ain't moving for them. And I'm just like, my heart goes out. Because I can't imagine paying that type of money. Because my insurance covers it, because I'm a type 2 diabetic, I pay $25 a month for a box. But I can't imagine paying $300 a month for this medication and the scale not still moving. But it eventually will. And that'll be a testimony to tell and help the next person behind you. In the beginning, we used to be like, be grateful for the journey, enjoy the journey. And you'll be like, you don't want to hear that. Not when you see all these success stories of people like, oh, I took Ozempic and I lost 100 pounds in 3 months. And you'll be like, you don't want to hear that when you're in a stall. Believe you me, I did not want to hear that. I didn't want to hear that mess. I wanted to tell my story and be like, I lost, but nope. My scale was not having it. My body was not having it. My body was like, girl, I'm going to give you these couple of pounds and be happy. And although I still wanted to lose more and I wanted to lose faster. But I just feel like, too, God knew He couldn't trust me for losing it that fast, because I might have been a little wild out in these streets. On top of that, people don't even realize that you gotta go shopping when you lose this type of weight. Like, you gotta go shop. You gotta have the money to go shopping and get all new everything: bras, panties, everything, t-shirts, work clothes. Cause you can't go to work looking crazy. You lost 40 pounds, and you still wearing that 2X. Girl, if you don't go get an extra large and sit down somewhere, you gotta have money for all of that. And I don't know about you. The last time you shopped, bras are not cheap. Not cheap at all. Next, we're using the Medicube Pink Pdrn. I am so obsessed with this Pink Pdrn line. The Pink Pdrn line is my absolute favorite line out of all the Medicube products. And they have a lot. Next, we're going to use the Medicube. There we go. I am in love with all things Medicube, especially the Pdrn. I like to put a little bit on my forehead in these frown lines. They run deep. One of the side effects of the Qsimia is acne. For me, it was. That doesn't mean it's going to happen to everybody, but it is acne. So my skin was like jacked way more than it currently is. I'm on the road to getting my glow back, especially in my cheeks. You can see the acne, right? My lips dry. So I'm on the road to getting my glow back, but it's happening. I have some on this side too. But it is lightening up way more than it was. And I say down, and I say down, and I say down. Cause all I do is play, play, play. Push my hands. Yeah, so I wouldn't take my journey back for anything. I learned so much, the knowledge, the wisdom, the friends, all the experiences. This has really helped me learn how to put myself first. Hey Jesse, I put on some heels the other night and went out on a date. Like that wouldn't have been my go-to, at 282 pounds. I would have been trying to find a cute outfit and put on some sneakers to be comfortable. But I was just like, once I hit Wonderland, people are not gonna catch me slipping. I'm having on a pair of heels every time they see me. I'm just wearing heels. Because when you're at 282, you're worrying, but that heel, you wonder if that heel can hold you. And if you're not into wedges, I don't want to wear a wedge. I want to wear a 3-inch stiletto. And 3 is comfortable for me. Some people like wearing 6 inches. I'm comfortable in 3. And I said that once I hit Wonderland, people was not going to catch me slipping without a heel on. And that's what I did. I put on some jeans, a cute top, and some heels. And I went out and had a really, really good time. Next, we are going to put on this Go Pure neck cream. Now, people ask about the neck cream all the time because when you lose a certain amount of weight, you might have some loose skin up under here. I put a head thing on that lifts this up and goes over my head at night. But these products only work if you keep using them. If you keep using them, you'll see a difference. If you stop, you won't. That's the answer on the Medicube neck cream. You keep using it and you use it consistently, you'll see the difference. But if you stop, then you won't. I am going to put on some Go Pure anti-wrinkle moisturizer, just a little bit in each frown lines. I like to sandwich it in. I like to sandwich it in so that it works, but I also have to put on some SPF because it is daytime and I do have to go outside and get my steps. But I like to put a little bit on the forehead area because of my deep, deep, deep forehead lines because they are deep. But now we're going to put on some SPF because what is the point of doing this whole process if I'm not going to protect myself? So let's protect our skin, boys and girls. My polish came off last month. I gotta fix this nail before I do anything else today. It's supposed to rain here in Atlanta. What y'all doing this weekend? So if you are on a GLP-1, I will be starting consulting people on a GLP-1. I mean, I do it now already on TikTok, but I have the next class of my 5 aligned people is starting in May. So if you're interested, make sure you click the link in the bio. you can get in on this May class. Alrighty, we are done. We are done with this morning's skincare routine. Thanks for hanging out with me while I yap about my GLP-1 journey. I gotta put something on my lips because it's looking. This is I didn't mean to put this much. This is Fenty. You sure? Fenty. This is Fenty Fuchsia. I love this color. And it's really moisturizing. It's really moisturizing and it's not too much, right? I like that it has a little color on it, but thanks for hanging out with me. I appreciate you guys. I want you to have an amazing, amazing weekend, week, all things, and I will see you here next time. Bye.